Welcome to the King's Corner Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Christian King, and I hope you all are having a wonderful Monday. Today's episode, I first want to talk about J.J. Watt and why he made a mistake going to Arizona. J.J. Watt wanted to sign with a contender, and I agreed with him on that because he already had a Hall of Fame career, he's made lots of money in his career, and it was time for him to go win a Super Bowl. But the Cardinals are not that contender. If J.J. Watt wanted to sign with a contender, he should have signed with one of these five teams. The Packers, Bills, Chiefs, Buccaneers, or Colts. And yes, you could maybe add three more to that list. But those are the five that I believe J.J. Watt should have signed with. And I believe J.J. Watt signed with the Cardinals not because of their contention or their quarterback or their coach or anything other than the money. And do I blame him for signing that contract? No, because he wasn't going to get that offer anywhere else. $15.5 million to a player that's 31 years old on the back half of his career and had his coming off his worst statistical season. It's pretty impressive that he got a $15.5 million contract. And to be honest with you, I think all of us in his shoes would accept that contract as well. Next year, I expect the Cardinals to be 8-9. And I say 8-9 because last year they were 8-8. The NFL's adding a game to the schedule this year, and I don't believe he adds that much to that team. Their biggest need was offensive line. They haven't filled that. They have another need at linebacker, secondary, and they do need another receiver. And they haven't done that yet. And until they add those pieces, I don't see them improving at all. They might even go down a little bit. But another huge reason I don't see them contending is they're the fourth best team in their own division. Now that's not saying much because they are in the hardest division in football. If they were in the NFC East, they'd be the best team. But that you could say that for a lot of teams. The Cardinals, I feel bad for them because they have so much talent on that roster, but they're not better than the Rams. They're not better than the Seahawks, and they're not better than the Niners. And people need to stop disrespecting Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo, when healthy, is 21-5 with the San Francisco 49ers. In his only full season starting, he got the team to the Super Bowl and almost beat Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. Now yet, I know, almost doesn't count. But it's better than a lot of people get. And the Cardinals will not contend with a healthy Niners roster, a healthy Seahawks roster, and a healthy Rams roster. And all three of those head coaches, Sean McVay, Pete Carroll, and Kyle Shanahan, are better than Cliff Kingsbury, and to be truthful with you, it's not even close. They are the varsity level coaches, and Cliff Kingsbury is arguably amateur. And that's arguably, I could even put him lower than that. But what I really wanted to talk about today wasn't J.J. Watt. What I wanted to talk about today was Zion Williamson and the top 20 NBA player that he is. Zion Williamson is the most explosive, personality-driven, and effort maniac I've ever watched play basketball. Now, granted, I never got to watch Dennis Rodman because he takes the effort part. But Zion's personality and his will to get the ball in the basket is amazing to watch. What I love about watching Zion Williamson is he's 6'7", 290, and he's able to move as if he's a point guard. He's able to get up and off the ground 3 times before an average big man gets up once, which is scary because Zion Williamson's able to get up 44 inches per leap, which is incredible at his size. And when you watch Zion Williamson play, he's Charles Barkley with even more personality, which is saying a lot because Charles Barkley had a big personality. And I can't believe I'm about to say this because I'm a huge LeBron James fan, but Zion Williamson's more entertaining to watch. Zion will jump out the gym and dunk on anybody because before this year, and him breaking all these rims where he'd tilt the rim, nobody's done that since Shaq. And that was in the 90s before the rims were even adjusted to withstand that, and he's still breaking rims. That just tells you the power Zion Williamson possesses on each dunk. Zion Williamson, in a year and a half, maybe 2, will be a top 5 player in the NBA. And by the end of the season, he will be a top 15 to top 10 player on many people's list. Zion Williamson is a top 20 player as we speak. And to be honest with you, if I had to rank him among the top 20, he'd be closer to 15 than he would to 20. And the reason is, if you watched him in February, he was sensational. And he's dominating the NBA like this before he's even gotten to his 60th career game. Imagine what's he going to do when he gets more experience, because to me, he's yet to even finish a rookie season. That's incredible. Zion Williamson is showing everybody that the hype surrounding him before the draft was warranted, and it's amazing. Thank you for watching this episode of King's Corner, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.